Come on, there we go. Okay, I think that got it. I'm not on screen, but this is a Patreon stream and not a professional stream, so I suppose it doesn't matter as much. You guys will, I expect, will be much more tolerant, and there's nobody there anyway yet, so this will be back for the replay. So we'll see if anybody jumps in. If anybody jumps in, jump in the chat. I can see the YouTube chat here, so there's nobody watching right now, and I can also see if anybody's watching. Nobody is right now. So I'm just gonna do my thing while I go, although YouTube says it is not happy. What settings do I have? Is at output? Oh yeah, that's too much. There we go. Let's try that. Okay, we'll see if that gets better. I see if that appeases YouTube more at least. We'll keep streaming and see. Yeah, now we're at a much more reasonable bit rate. Let's see, let's look at my oh yeah, we need power. Ugh. That will help. Well, I see me. Maybe it'll catch up. Now that I fixed it. Now that I provided power. I have a really good cellular signal. This is why I need to build a full-time permanent rig for this. That's why it became my first Patreon goal. That is no good. Why is it so bad? I suppose I'm glad there's nobody watching because it looks really bad, apparently. Output. Video. Alright, I'm going to stop the stream for a second and change it to 720. So if you see this at this point, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get this stream working properly. Oh, there we go. So I just stopped and restarted it to try and get it working better, because it was very, very angry with me. So there's somebody there now, although it might be counting me. Yeah, the stream health was terrible. It was basically unusable. So we'll try and get it there now. Alright, so I'm going to keep going. See if anybody has complained in Patreon chat real quick, since we're just kind of screwing around here. See if that is working at that spot. And then I'm going to finish reviewing this, because I need to get that recorded so I can edit it in the morning. It went really well. This is the FPV Egg Pro. I liked it a lot. It was hard to compare with the XJB 145, more so than I expected, but it definitely worked. And then I need to get this thing installed, which I installed iNav on. There we go. See if that's any better. Looks fine now? Okay, thank you, Sebastian. Yeah, that looks much better. It was very angry. So we'll get this recorded. I don't think those two cameras, for just kind of throwing them out there, look too terrible. I'm assuming you can hear me. If that worked out, at least OBS says you can hear me. I have no idea if this will be anything interesting or not. Your sound sound quality is way better. That's interesting because I'm using in the other streams my daughter's professional-ish microphone, and here I've just got a cheap Microsoft HD cam that I'm pulling the sound off of. But this room is a lot better acoustically too, so that probably helps. This is the room I normally record in. Okay, so I guess that link is working. I don't need to go check that. So I'm just going to keep the chat up as we go, and I'll keep that in mind. We'll get my microphone going here and finish this review. Sorry, this laptop is a little wobbly, so there's going to be a little jiggle. Yeah, it is a little, yeah, exactly. As I'm typing, it's moving around a little bit because it's just kind of sitting on there. My goal is, I set it as a Patreon goal. I've got the ability to hang a microphone from above and point that down to this area, and then I can set a microphone over here and hang a microphone, so that way when we want to do a Patreon live stream, all I have to do is like click go and everything's all set up and ready to go. Because that's part of the problem. The reason I haven't done as many is it's taken me 20 minutes to get it going, and now I'm probably not going to get my flight controller in today, but I wanted to try it, and I thought this would be a good one since I won't need to record as much for this one. And I know some people were interested in iNav. I'm very interested in iNav. I want to get it working because I want to play with the DJI stuff more. And I also thought about, I don't know if you guys would be interested, if you want some. Oh, I've spent a lot of time in OBS. So my daughter has a YouTube channel with thousands of subscribers, and got to know it very, very well a few years ago. But I don't normally use this laptop, so that's why I had to stop it and go reconfigure the hardware settings, and just this one wasn't ready for it. This isn't the one that I use when I'm streaming upstairs. Alright, so I flew the King Kong Pro today, and it flew really, really well. I was really happy with it. And I think it's easier for a lot of people than the XJB. So now I need to record the closeout. So if you want to contribute to until next time, remember, that would be the great time, because I'll be getting to that, and I don't plan very far ahead. Though probably it's until next time, remember, this is the year of the 3 inches, because I've got 4 of them on the bench right now, and I've got another one to review. And last year we had 2 inches galore, and now we're going to have lots and lots of 3 inches. Alright, I'll take that off. That off. That's the battery I used. I need to discharge that one. That I need to get a cover shot. Alright. Now this microphone I can always, or camera, I can always zoom around and do whatever we need to. I don't have a good way to elevate it anymore right now, but it's not too bad. You can see some of the mess of the desk. It's still not as bad as Grumpy Trev's. Yeah, Grumpy Trev? No. Yeah. Yeah. His basement, man, that's terrible. Alright, microphone. Got good audio. And mic. And record. That cable out of the way. So I'm going to call that a total success. That went really, really well. It just flew nicely. The weirdest part was I had a hard time getting it to full throttle, and when I did, it was really, really fast, but my instincts didn't help me get there. I think partially because the camera angle. This is one of the drawbacks I see here. One, it's not tightened down very well. I need to tighten it down more. But you can see you try and get too much camera angle, and it gets in the way. It's hitting my receiver, but even without my receiver in the way, it hits the plate there, so you can't get as much camera angle with this as I would really like, and that's probably going to be the biggest downside for raw, pure high-speed flying on this thing. You could take this out racing. I could take this out racing today. It'll run 2 minutes. It's really smooth. I wouldn't hesitate at all. It's very durable, I think. I mean, it's still going for me, so that's good enough. And I'd be curious to see how it does with other props, but that camera angle is probably the biggest drawback. But going through gates on this, I think, would be pretty easy. Didn't have any problem with the XT30. My adapter, I didn't even notice it was on there. It didn't seem to hold back my power too much. If I was going to fly this all the time, I probably would put an XT60 on it, just the same way as I did the XJB145. It just seems better if I want that pure draw. This rubber band is going to totally snap. When I stuck my 4S in there, man, it was stretched all the way, and it was going to snap. I was a little concerned that would break off already. It's going to need some Velcro, but that's really minor things. I did realize when I was coming in for the landing that I was actually not standing in my normal position, so it wasn't completely fair. I was standing way back, almost inside my garage, so when I would fly down the golf course further, I had more breakup than I normally do, and it was mostly due to the video signal having to go through my house. But it did, and it kept going, so I was really happy with that. I'm going to call this an easy setup. So if somebody is newer, I think this is a little bit easier to set up and have go than the 145. Now you need to learn how to do everything, but right out of the box, had dynamic filters, and they were enabled properly. It had really good PIDs. Everything just worked really nicely. Comes with a cable, just connect it in and be ready to go. I like it a lot. I'm going to call it a good success. Another great model from King Kong. Yeah, that basement track is gorgeous. Let's see. I will link down below to the batteries that I'll recommend. These Tattoos worked pretty well, but the 4S G&Bs I think are going to be outstanding on this. I actually don't have any yet. I've got my own on the way, so I've been using this Pulse, which have been good. I think those are going to be even better. So if you found this useful, move that out of the way. So if you found this useful, leave a like and a comment down below, and let me know what your favorite 3-inch is right now. Is this going to replace the 145? Do you think this is the one to go with? It just looks very solid. Or does the XJB 145 still win out? Or is it going to be the X140 because the RunCam split, which is on the way and will be here any day and is going to fit right in here? I think we're going to see a ton of these models around just because of that RunCam split. I think this might have been a little faster still, but just nice out of the box. It took no effort to get going. So until next time, remember, like I've said several times, 2018, year of the 3-inch. Come on. Come on, save. I record in 4K, and every once in a while, oh, Aaron commented on the post, I run too close to out of space, and it fails on recording, and it's still thinking about it. Come on, don't fail on me now. There we go. Woo! Alright, so I need to get that pulled off of there. I'm out of space on this, but at least it's nice because it there we go. That video is done, so this will probably go up on Monday. It went to the front of my list because I haven't seen any other reviews on it, and there's best case scenario is I post it and then Stu posts the following day, and I get so many views off of his when it comes out. That's part of what happened with the Lizard. I beat him with like 3 videos, and then as soon as he posted, then mine just exploded. Let's see, and I cannot see the chat in a minute. Somebody posted in the Patreon chat to see. I'm gonna go look and see what's going on. No, I actually upload in 4K, so I do all the editing, I do all the processing in 4K on YouTube. I think the bitrate's a little better, and my theory, I don't know if it's true, my theory is YouTube wants to see 4K, so maybe it gives me a little bit of extra view for how much they show it to people. I know very few people watch it in 4K, but there have been a couple times where I needed to go even look back at a video and actually what I'm doing next, the flight controller, I wasn't sure if it had 2 pads, and instead of coming and taking the quad back apart to check and see if it had pads I needed, I went and watched the YouTube video, zoomed it in 4K, zoomed all in, and I could see if the pads were there, and they were not. So that's why I'm replacing that flight controller now, because I need more UARTs. Definitely gonna have to here. I'm gonna try and move this camera to somewhere to get rid of the shake. I think that'll work better. There. We'll see how that looks. Now you can see the laptop now, but that probably works a little better. That way when I type, which I'm going to be doing a lot of, it doesn't shake around quite so much. The gamma on that camera is terrible, though, the light sensor. Okay, I do not need Betaflight. We'll close that out. Oh, sorry, my... Oh, you have... So you said you mean you're watching them in 1080 automatically. Yeah, the... I upload them so however works out best for people is what they get. But I like to have the 4K option. I think in the end it will be worth it. And let me know if that screws up the audio. I don't think it'll affect it much, but if it does... Let's see, notification. Need a faster machine for this too. All right. I guess I don't need that microphone anymore. Not for now. Where is the drone? Put this away. I love King Kong's cases. It makes things so much easier to keep clean here. Alright. Adapter. Patreon is choking. That's this whole laptop is choking. So just not do that there. So where are you located, Sebastian? Ah, then my stream started. Reading the... Well, I guess I'm reading the comments in YouTube, not on Patreon. That's the one problem with using the Patreon link. I'm hearing the delay. Patreon. Okay, let's close that so I don't hear a repeat of what I'm saying. Ah, Sie kommen aus Deutschland. You've heard my terrible German in several. 3:36 a.m. I spent a month in Germany in high school. That is where I acquired my taste for beer and completely ruined me. Then I came back and somebody gave me a Budweiser and I about threw up. It was vile. So I really enjoy a really good wheat beer. And the best I have found here is a Ayinger Brauweise If I get that and I get the bottle rolled just right in the proper hurricane glass, it's like liquid Germany. Okay, batteries. I'm going to put these away before I lose track of those. Okay. Yeah, I don't think, this is gonna sound bad, I don't think I've had a Budweiser since high school. I'm pretty sure, yeah, since high school is the last time. In college, when I was broke, I had more options, but yeah, Germany was outstanding. I was in a little town called Rinteln, which the closest thing I know to it is Hameln. So it was very easy to remember and tell people, like, you've heard of the Pied Piper. Like, I was like 40 kilometers from there, I think. It was a really nice little town for a bunch of high school kids on an exchange program. Especially since it was an exchange program that we didn't really have to learn anything. It was just a tourist trip. So to chat, if you look in YouTube, so if you're in Patreon, in the lower right hand corner it'll say YouTube in the video. If you click that, it'll open YouTube, and then I think you'll be able to get to it from there. I think that's probably the best place. What is wrong with this? DJI, nope, that one. My little laptop's going to explode. Oh. They offered me a new laptop at work, and I told them I would be happy to take a dual processor i7 laptop. I have no business use for it. I will be using it for YouTube processing, but I would be happy to do that. And then for some reason after I said that, I haven't gotten one. Let's save to. Okay, does anybody have an iPhone X? I actually, I don't know if I've ever told you guys, I record all my videos with my iPhone. I used to record with a Canon camera, an DSLR, and then I got an iPhone 7 that would do 4K from work, and I've recorded everything with that ever since. So now I'm looking at the iPhone X. Are you saving? There we go. 2 weeks without good beer in February. So I'm thinking about getting an X, one because this makes it a business deduction. I only use Android phones. I have Apple for my whole family, so I don't really, even my 4-year-old, I don't have to support her device. It just all works. So that's, if 20 years ago, I would be die-hard Android. Now with kids, I'm all Apple. I need things easy. I don't have time to mess around with all this stuff. Okay, so can I get this out? Start taking this apart. So maybe I will, maybe I'll do a test on how to do Patreon live streams and do a recording and just save that so everybody can see, because you should be able to get into the chat here, or there's you know what, other thing I can do, let me copy my link into Yeah, it's going to take me a few minutes, but I will copy the link into chat. I'll do that next time too, and that might make it easier so you can just click there and not have to worry about the live stream. So I recorded today with the Sky Zones, and I really like them a lot. I think they might even end up replacing my Commanders, as kind of scary as that is to say. But I like them a lot, and I have a plan. Come on. No. Patreon. Let's see, what was it? A month ago? 2 months ago? I posted how dirty, or how messy, not dirty, but how messy this room was. And I cleaned it up after that. It took a couple of weeks, but I got it all cleaned up. And it's gotten almost as bad again since then. So I need to get it cleaned up again and get that corner that you can't really see cleaned up, because I have bought a green screen. And I have some ideas of what to do with that. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, this is not a good plan. Yeah. Oh, I scratched it. Can't get this top off with this thing on here, though. Oh, what have I got? Oh, yeah, another one. Oh, I definitely have to have. Where are my needle nose pliers? There they are. So, what I want to do is do a recording talking about what I basically need to do to be cooler. And one of the people I think is cool is Ladrib. I was never young and cool like that, but I think one of the things that makes him cool is the stuff he wears on his eyes. And no, I don't mean the mascara. I mean he wears Sky Zone goggles, unlike pretty much anybody else. He's the only person I know that actually wears them on a regular basis. So I think I can put something interesting together as an introduction for the Sky Zone review, or maybe even a preview for the Sky Zone review. Or I will think it's funny. We need your... Oh. Alright. Patreon. Posts. Sorry, I have not been able to see the chat in the whole time. There we go. Ha! For me, as a network and IT specialist, it's rubbish. I want to be able to root a Tesla. I don't like it. Let's see. Did you order his new... Those motors are beautiful. So, I'm also in IT. I'm actually a Cisco engineer. But I'm old and gave up on doing cool stuff at home. I used to have like a... Took my TiVo and I had it hacked and rooted so that way I could pull movies off of it and burn them onto disk and all that kind of fun stuff. But I got over it. What didn't you like about the Sky Zones? I'm trying to get the post in there. Oh, we need to turn this up a little bit so you can see. There we go. Yeah, I watch Ladrib's more for the vlog than I do for the flights. Like sometimes I skip through the flight time and I just find whatever he's doing interesting. They don't fit your face. Okay. I get that. That is a big thing, and I think that's part of it. Maybe the Commanders just don't fit me quite the way I want them to. Alright, so this is the flight controller that's on there now, and that is a Omnibus F4, and this is the Omnibus F4 that I'm putting on it. So one of the things I want to record is an explanation of why. This has 3 available UARTs, and that is not enough to go with my GPS that is around here somewhere. That maybe, yeah, we're not going to have time to get that on tonight. Also need, let's see, so I need, let's get that out of the way. Nope. Oh, wait, maybe. Yeah. Alright. If somebody... I can't. Oh, there it is. Here is the. There we go. I just posted the link, YouTube link, in the chat. Maybe if it'll take. So you can click that and go to YouTube, and then jump into the YouTube chat. So if you're just watching it on Patreon. Maybe. It's trying to post. My computer is being overwhelmed. So I actually have a set of special lenses. Yeah, I guess that's part of my problem with the Commanders too. Is I have the Fat Shark diopters, and neither one of them are right. -2, -4. It's just not quite right, and they work perfectly in the sky zones. Oops. Let's see where that turned up. And but I've got a set of prescriptions on the way that we will be covering and talking about when they get here. There we go. Okay, so camera, flight controller. Gosh, it's been so long since I worked on this. Which way is forward? I need to see what S-bus. I'm gonna. Where my copy went over. Nope, still copying. So how am I gonna do this? So I got the 4 wires. The voltage wires can stay right in place. S-bus will use UART 6 and be in the same place. The voltage wires on the bottom will have to move over here. And then I'm going to need a cable. That's my telemetry. So actually I want those to be on those pads. And then that will free up. Need the Woo! Yeah. Yeah, I think being able to see, though, in the goggles, it's absolutely essential. Alright, well, let's see if I can pull up. So, yeah, I already tested. I've already loaded iNav on this, and I enabled soft serial. So, there are 2 pads. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Here and here, that are connected to the soft serial pads, and the Omnibus that I have in here does not have those. So those, I'm gonna have to check the colors. Let's see. Pro 3 pinout. There we go. I think I've got cables for this. That's 3. many pins are those? 6? 6. I think I ordered some of those. Lots of 3s. Rather have color. There we go. So glad I bought these in bulk at one point. That one's missing one. Is not a good image. Oh, yeah, there it is. Let's see. I know how to do this. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Studio mode. Add scene. Add window. Can't hear me anymore. Uh-oh. Why not? Oh, haha. Yeah. Now you can. It'll be back. I changed the scene so you could see what the flight controller looked like, and I didn't have any audio on there, so I just made a quick scene for that, but you should be back now. So the problem is I've got UARTs 6 and 3 here, but 3 on this board are shared with the SCL with the pads basically that I need for the GPS or for the magnetometer. the compass. But 6 is also used here for my S-Bus ports. So I can't just use this one cable, so I'm going to have that, the GPS split between the two. Where's my GPS? Oh, it's time to clean this room up again. This is why... somewhere? I try and get reviews in so fast and consistent that I just don't take time to clean up as much as I should. That's why I talk about going full-time, so I can actually spend time on it the way I want to. But yeah, yep, you're exactly right. My other scene is muted. It's not muted, there's just no audio source in it. What did I do with my GPS? That's receivers. And we got one of these old receivers just to be able to have one to install, because it seems like everybody's got one of those. A lot of people started with FlySky. That's a really, really old one. That's a programmer. I think, unfortunately, it's underneath here. Oh, and it is 10 o'clock. I guess I am pretty much out of time anyway. You have to drive at least 20 minutes? Yeah, that would be... I am very fortunate to be able to just fly, especially this time of year. It is exceptionally nice because I have the run of the golf course to myself. Battery's charged. Oh, there it is. Oh, what did I lose? Just extra power supply. Have I even opened this thing yet? It's very unlike me to even check. Okay. Let's see what this dude looks like. Ready to sky. Oh, what did I drop? Ah. A couple of things here. I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping MultiGP has another big event in Muncie, Indiana next year. And we can see if anybody's interested in meeting up there. It'd be a good place to go and hang out and have some. I don't know that I would actually race there because. Okay. Do you know anything about GPSs? This is the first GPS I've ever had. Just a thought here. So it comes with the GPS and it comes with this little tray, but this little tray is metal that it goes into. I really expected that to be plastic, because a metal, it seems to me like a metal tray isn't going to be good for a compass. Like, won't that interfere? My DJIs complain if I have them too close to metal. Huh. Amp, Pixhawk, GPS, compass. Yeah, it's all there. For a quad camp, yeah. I haven't looked at those too terribly much yet. It's probably something I'll need to do. I'm not exactly a good pilot. That is not the highlight of what happens around here. Huh. So that'll go there. I wonder how important it is that it's raised. So what do you do? You said you're in IT. What do you do in IT? I mentioned I'm a Cisco engineer. I'm actually a Cisco Voice CCIE. No manual for this. Oh. So it's a big company then. Never worked for really big companies. M8N GPS pinout. There we go. Oh. That's not helpful. Hewlett Packard is most definitely a big company. Oh, you know one of the things I got. Oh, did it come with that? All right. Well, it is 10 o'clock here. You definitely need to go to bed. My wife is going to be home any minute, so I try to not hang out in the basement too long while she's here, especially since she's working this weekend, and she will probably need to rant and vent after working. She is a pharmacist. Wow. Hey, you're in the big time. Omnibus. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully it was entertaining, or you kept you awake at least. I don't know if you're supposed to be awake or if you're supposed to be asleep, but I definitely appreciate the support on the channel and hanging out, and hopefully we can get it going so we can have it even smoother next time, get the audio working when I want to show other things like the controls for the flight controller. But this definitely worked a lot better than last time. So if there's anything you want to see different or make it easier to be able to get into the chat, because I know it sounds like a couple people weren't able to sort out how to get into the chat. I don't know if they're on mobile devices or on desktops. That'd be a question. Sebastian, are you on a mobile device or a desktop? Let's see. Maybe I just need to see. 3 hours per night. What? No, that's not going to work. I thought mine was slim. I don't take time to sleep. So let's see. If I'm in Patreon app, and let's see, I want to turn down my audio. So then I click that's forward. Yeah. If I click full screen, yeah, that doesn't make it easy to get to. What's that? Nope, not that, not that. Let's see if I go to comments. Oh, it didn't even make that a hyperlink to be able to click. All right. The chat's so much better on Twitch. I had a Twitch at one point. Actually, not for this channel, but for something else. It does make it nice to go. So I'm going to write some instructions on how to get to the chat, to the YouTube chat, because the Patreon chat definitely isn't going to work well. And we'll try and sort that out so we can get more people in. Yeah, it's just a comment area. That's true. That is true. All right. I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks for joining, guys, and we'll work out one next time and try and get it even smoother, but this was definitely more successful than the last time, which was a complete disaster. So thanks for watching, and until next time, remember,